What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So it might be some time before we get another statue in-house. I know Loki bus could arrive technically any day, but there's nothing in my UPS or FedEx account. But I know it emptied the container on April 28th, but Queen is very terrible at communication. And it could be a month before we get it, who knows, or ever. Nevertheless, as far as shipped statues that are going to be arriving, I got Steppenwolf and Kid Link. That is it right now. I just paid for Iron Man bust from Resin GK, so we should be shipping that, but that will be a month out. So it might be some time before we get some stuff. So if you guys have any video ideas that you want me to do, please list them in the comments below. If you haven't, start this Star Wars game. It is freaking amazing. This is called Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I played the original Star Wars game. I don't even know what it was called. But I love this game. It's super fun. Anyway, someone commented on my last video. They want me to advise what statue would I keep from each line if I have to get rid of everything. So the way I'd categorize this, you know, you have the AVP line, the Horror line, the Monster line, sort of like that. I'm not going to say one statue from the room. From the AVP line, it's pretty simple. It's Prime 1 Predator. That would be the statue to keep if that is the only one I could keep. Without a doubt, that's simple. For the horror wall, I would choose my Pennywise bust. That is my best horror piece for sure. Now, if we're talking statues, I still probably would do my Pennywise 1/3, just because Pennywise is my favorite horror character. Now, for creatures, if we're just doing this wall per se, it's pretty difficult because it's like those are companion pieces and the way everything is displayed. It's like I feel like if you have Lycan, you need Marcus, and then if you need Marcus, you need the bust and so forth. I suppose if I could only keep just one, considering everything, I might do the Reaper bust, just because that's the best solo piece. You know, because that mouth is just so freaking cool. Of course, Terminator, Arnold bust, without a doubt. Jurassic Park, Rotunda, that's an easy one. Marvel and DC. This is where things get a little bit more tough. Because I feel like with Marvel and DC, you would want to have the face of the universe. I feel like that is who you'd want. Now, for me, the face of DC is either Batman or Superman. I would say, those are the two faces of the, DC. And both are so incredibly well done. Although I feel like I would prefer Batman over Superman because I like Batman in general a little bit more. So I would probably do Batman. My Batman bust as my only DC piece if I truly had to pick one. Even though he's not my favorite bust per se, if I was in the mode where I just want to have one piece, I would want the face of that universe, and for me that would be Batman. More so than Wonder Woman or Harley or Joker. I mean, Joker, if you want to do villains, then yes, Joker. But I would choose Batman bust as my one DC piece to represent the face of the universe. For Marvel, it's probably going to be the Mark 7 bust when I get that. But if we're talking what I have right now, Thanos bust. But Iron Man to me is the face of the Marvel universe, and so I would pick my Mark 7 bust. And then, since I don't have it yet, we'll choose Thanos. Although I do think Thanos is a superior bust in general. Ideally, if I could have one Marvel piece, it'd be Queen's big Thanos bust. Transformers, you guys know what the answer is. Boom. Lord of the Rings, Sauron. I mean, I don't have it yet, but when I do get it, Godzilla vs. Kong. Since I don't have it, King Ghidorah. That's a simple one. This room's a little bit unique because I have so many different lines. If we're talking Mortal Kombat, Goro. That's an easy one. For Dragon Ball Z, I would choose Prime 1 Goku. Because that's the best DBZ statue. Although, God, Vegeta's my favorite character, but Goku is the face of DBZ, truly. I still would have to go with Prime 1 Goku. Now, video games, I would choose Kratos. Kratos is the statue to have for me. That's still probably my favorite statue amongst all these. I would say Kratos is. This is kind of a bunch of random stuff. So if we're going to categorize all this together, I would say Bruce Lee bust. You know, he would be the best piece amongst everything from Vader bust until Bruce Lee. That's kind of non-categorized. Because, I mean, yes, this is a video game movie. It's also a movie statue. It's also technically not part of any lines outside of its own Warcraft line. So this is kind of like from Bruce Lee all the way till Vader is random movies that can kind of be in video games. So that's why they're all there. But Bruce Lee bust is easily the best. You know, second to him would probably be Golden. You know. And that pretty much just covered it. Now, believe me, I have thought tremendously of downsizing my collection. If it was an easy task, I would probably do it. You know, I wouldn't downsize to just one statue from each line. No, but I would downsize if it was easy, if I could, you know, at least get my money back, because I feel like right now with the statue, the economy, statue value has dropped so much that it's not a good time to be selling. I feel like once the economy recovers, people have jobs. You know, like if you had told me 2 years ago what would be the future of the statue, I probably would have sold 75% of my statues while the value was still up and I could easily sell them. Now, certain statues are definitely easier to sell. You know, I think if I wanted to get rid of my entire MK line, I wouldn't struggle. Video game statues, I've seen people posting like Resident Evil up for sale at a big discount, nobody buying. I'm like, what the heck? Claire is such an amazing statue. You know, I feel like video game statues, I would struggle to get my money back. DBZ, I'm fairly confident I could sell my entire DBZ collection very easy and get my money back, if not make a little but much. You know, the one thing I know is the silicone busts, they used to have good resale value. I feel like now you're losing money on every one you buy. Only a few select silicones I feel like are holding their value. You know, like Queen Arnold and T1000. I would say the Wonder Woman busts. Everything else, I think you're going to lose money the moment you buy it. You know, I would lose money on every silicone I bought pretty much. Like all the Infinities and the Queens. You know, I see people trying to sell Lita bust at retail. They can't sell it. And I'm just like, I remember when she was going for 1,000 over retail, then the stupid economy happened. You know, so it's like, it is very difficult, you know, to sell statues. Of course, I don't actually want to sell statues, but if, you know, I could declutter my cave and, you know, put a lot more money back in my bank account, that is the reason I would do it. Plus to make a happy wife. You know, the wife has always bugged me to sell my collection. But I truly do love my collection, and I can always earn money. I may not be able to buy these statues again in the future. Granted, you know, you probably can, but it gets harder and harder and, you know, more rare, some of these statues over time. You know, you guys will see it will get harder and more rare to find statues. Now, like, try finding Shockwave right now. Good luck. So, I actually did order Galvatron, even though I haven't sold this Bumblebee. I still want to sell Bumblebee, but if I don't sell him, I'm probably going to throw him near Master Chief. Because I still really like that statue. But I want Galvatron. I think it's going to go much better in this display versus a double Bumblebee. So, yeah, Bumblebee, I'm going to move him. I also wanted your guys' I'm considering something. So right now I have my Game of Thrones here, but this is not staying. This is going to be the Monsterverse display. We're going to get Godzilla vs. Kong, lower those two, get Kong Bust, and Mechagodzilla. That's my ultimate plan for this wall. And I want to follow through with it because I think it's the best idea. If I do anything outside of Monsterverse, it will look out of place. You know, if I did, let's say, Bumblebee and Bumblebee Bust, it'd look out of place. If I do Lord of the Rings, I could potentially do some creatures there, sort of like how I did here, and I think it wouldn't look as out of place. And I think that's the only exception is Lord of the Rings, just because it is right next to it. You know, like, let's say I didn't want to get Mecha, and I wanted to sell Kong vs. Skullcrow and just do the two busts right here. And let's say move King Ghidorah there and do Kong vs. Godzilla above. and then Lord of the Rings there, I think that could work. It definitely could work. But I need to move Game of Thrones back to the main room eventually, and I'm kind of thinking of potentially selling Red Sonja and Vampirella and passing on Blade. And I'm thinking about it for a few reasons. Not that I don't like the statues or love them. I think they're incredible pieces of art. Red Sonja is a sexy redhead. She's fighting a giant snake with tons of skulls. So you just checked all 3 boxes. Vampirella, super sexy, tons of skulls, bats. She looks great. And she looks good next to Red Sonja, 2 sexy warrior-like women. And I feel like they do fit the room theme in general, just, being like mythological creatures, horror, monsters, because you got a vampire, a giant snake. And Blade will definitely fit. But the reason I'm considering is I could technically just keep Alita here. Then I could put Khaleesi bust. That way I don't have to consider Khaleesi here in the mid-room in the future. In addition, those are all comic-based. I'm trying to get away from comic in general. I want to stick purely to the movie. Blade is technically comic, not movie. However, the likelihood of us actually getting a Blade movie statue is extremely slim. And I do think the statue is incredible by PCS. I think it'll be as good as Red Sonja. And I still consider her one of my best 1/3. So I kind of think I'm crazy for even contemplating the idea, but someone offered to buy both off me, so I'm like, I'm like, it would be nice to get that extra money that could buy me Mechagodzilla. I don't think Mechagodzilla is even as good as Red Sonja, but the space, getting away from comics. The thing is, I do have a lot of statues that are technically not 100% movie either, and I don't plan to get rid of them. Technically, all of that is not from any exact movie. They are concept pieces. That mummy piece is incredible, and I never want to sell it, to be honest. I think it's so good. But it's not actually from the Mummy movie. Does that bug me? Not necessarily. That's a super cool looking mummy. So why should I let the fact that something from a comic, bug me, or the fact that the movie's a B-level movie, but the statue's incredible? I watched the Red Sonja movie. It's okay. Not horrible, but it's a B flick, 80s, 90s movie. I haven't seen a Vampirella movie, but I'm sure we'll get one in the future. And I know Blade will look so cool here, so I'm still thinking, I should just follow through with my plan. I don't know. It's a tricky one. What do you guys think? The thing is, the person that offered to buy it is only offering to buy it for retail plus ship. So I'm just like, I'm not making money. I'm just getting my money back. And I was once offered $2,500 for Red Sonja, which is $1,000 over retail, and I didn't sell her. So I'm like, why would I sell her now at retail? That's $1,400, $1,450 plus ship. In addition, they're in the UK, so damage is a high likelihood. So I would make so any damage that occurs is not my fault. In general, I like, that's kind of a rule I kind of set when I ship international. You have to take that risk. If it arrives damaged, you have to glue it. Because insurance doesn't work internationally. Anyways, folks, that is it for today's video. Throw any ideas in the comments below of statue videos you want me to do. In the meantime, I'll probably do a preview video tomorrow. There's been quite a few statues gone up for PO lately, although I kind of feel like it's been kind of quiet on the statue front lately, just in terms of releases, and everything's just kind of slowing down. Would you guys agree with that? Do you think it's kind of slowing down? I know Iron Studios released a bunch of 1/10s and whatnot, but there hasn't been a lot of stuff releasing lately. Anyways, that is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.